Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, Pattsun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/TrueOffMyChest, where we have two stories of cheating girlfriends heavily regretting their affairs. Let's begin. My girlfriend of 6 years cheated on me, but I got my revenge. Posted by Reddit user forward Scarcity.
This is going to be a long story, just so you know. My girlfriend cheated on me now 7 months ago. We started dating when I was 23. She was 22. She was my first love, and I thought she would be my only. We had been living together for 3 years and had been engaged for 1 year, but hadn't really planned a wedding yet, but we were going to. We were in a bit of a down in our relationship, but I just thought that every relationship has those times, and I still loved her with all my heart. Looking back, there were signs she had an affair, but at the time, I really couldn't fathom she would do something like that. One day, I got home early, back from work, around lunchtime, which normally never happened. I knew she had a free day at home and didn't let her know as to kind of surprise her, and maybe we could have lunch together somewhere or something. When I got home, I saw clothes laying around and heard some noises coming from the bedroom. I already felt something was wrong. With my heart in my throat and legs shaking, I walked up the stairs to our bedroom. The door was slightly open, and I saw my girlfriend on her fours with her ass up getting fucked by another guy. They both didn't notice me. They were facing me with their backs. I just stood there totally in shock for what I think was 5 to 10 seconds, but felt an hour. I didn't confront them and walked out our house, got in the car, and drove to some parking lot. There I just cried the soul out my body for hours until I felt totally numb. When I got home in the evening, my girlfriend pretended like nothing happened. As cold as I could, I said I wanted to break up. She started crying and asked for an explanation, but I didn't want to give her one and told her I wanted to have her out of the house in a week and that until that time, I would sleep somewhere else. The house was in my name, so that helped. I walked away and blocked her on everything. I told my closest friends and family what had happened, but asked them to keep that for themselves and to have no contact with my now ex-girlfriend. I could stay at a friend his house for that first week, and when I got home, my girlfriend had thankfully left. That first month after was the hardest month of my life. I was absolutely heartbroken, and friends and family of my ex-girlfriend tried to contact me for an explanation, and I got some hateful comments as well. There were times where I just wanted them to fuck off and reply to them that she cheated and she should get all the hate, but I just ignored and blocked them all. The most difficult was when her parents tried to contact me because over the years I had created a strong bond with them and really saw them as my second parents, but I also ignored them. They weren't hateful or anything and just wanted to talk, but I refused. One of my ex-girlfriend's best friends, let's call her Megan, and I had gotten quite close with each other over the years and would call her a good friend of my own too. She wanted to get in touch with me a few times, but I refused. But after a month, Megan contacted me again and said she just wanted to talk and said she actually had had an argument with my ex-girlfriend too, but wouldn't want to tell me why over the phone. I invited her over and eventually told her what had happened and why I broke up with my girlfriend. I also told Megan that I knew she must have known about the affair of my ex-girlfriend and that I understand she didn't want to betray her friend by talking about it to me. I didn't really want to be friends with her too. Megan then started crying and said she wanted to tell me and that she had felt very conflicted about it. It was also the reason Em and my ex had had an argument, as Em had told my ex that she didn't know why I broke up with her, but that she deserved it. We talked some longer and ended up sleeping together. Megan eventually told my ex, and they aren't really friends anymore, and it kind of broke up their friend group. Also, I wrote a letter to the parents of my ex, explaining everything and telling them I was heartbroken by the situation and that I always had loved them, wished things would have been different. I got a letter back, how they understood, that they always thought I was the perfect son-in-law and that they are very disappointed in their daughter and wish me the best. That all was about 5 to 7 months ago, and last week I heard my ex had gotten really depressed and is in therapy now. The best thing maybe is that I don't even really think about her anymore, and I don't really feel hatred, resentment, or sadness about her anymore. When I heard that she was depressed, I didn't really care and maybe even felt some sense of pity for her. Anyway, 6 months later, I dodged a bullet And I'm happy while she is depressed, having lost a loving partner, friends, and has disappointed parents. TLDR, my girlfriend cheated on me and now she is depressed while I'm happy.
So some people might think that this story is fake because, let's be honest, it's a bit boring. It didn't really hit all of the Reddit hate points. You know, nothing really extreme happened. The girlfriend didn't end up as a fat single mother. She didn't get disowned. The guy she cheated with wasn't a gym chad. And that is exactly why I think this story is somewhat believable. Well, at least most of it. 9 times out of 10, this will be what most revenge stories on a cheating ex would look like, living the best life while they suffer the consequences. And now for today's second story. I cheated on my boyfriend and now I regret it. Posted by Reddit user Secure Giraffe.
I have always read Reddit posts, but never posted here anything. But this time, I need a place to just pour my heart out. Sorry for grammatical errors. English isn't my first language. So I 21F was dating 23M. He was my school senior and know each other for 7 years now. In the beginning, I had a huge crush on him while he was in a relationship with another senior. So he started treating me like a younger sister. So I lose the feelings. I did and started dating someone else from school. And he broke up with his girlfriend after she cheated on him. And he started liking another senior. But we stayed contacted. After he graduated, he went to Army Academy and phones were not allowed there. Then COVID came and we lost contact. He did come back for holidays, but never tried to meet me. He was more focused to meet the girl he loved. She never reciprocated that feeling, but they were friends with benefits for some time. Then after COVID, I went to college in a new city. He visited that city because of his school friends and asked if we can meet. So in school, I was lean and thin, but in college, I had gained good weight and had learned how to carry myself. So he instantly said that I have become hot. Then we spent some time eating and roaming around the city. The day he was leaving, he texted me to drop him to airport, so I did join him in the cab. When we reached airport, his luggage got stuck in car trunk, and I started to panic for him that he'll miss the flight, but he did make it on time. After he returned, he called me and we started to talk frequently, then daily, until the day he told me he started to like me. It was weird because I thought it was because I have started to look better, but he says it was the airport incident and his concern. Then we started to date, and it's been like 2 years now, long distance throughout. After graduating college, I had planned of breaking up with him because the relationship wasn't how I expected. So I get angry on small things, and I know that, but he never gave me time because of being in Army. Whenever we texted at night, he fell asleep, and he knew that made me upset. But instead of making me feel better and apologize, he stopped texting me, saying he won't talk, we won't fight. If we ever got into an argument, he would switch off his phone and sleep, whereas I would give missed calls like an idiot. He is a nice person, beautiful person, purest heart, but he doesn't know how to treat his girlfriend. He would go home and meet his friends. And if I would call him, he would say, I'm busy and with friends I had told you, and then forget about me, that someone is waiting for his call and text. He says he loses himself in the moment. Same happened on my birthday. At 12, I was waiting for his call, and I ignored everyone, only to wait till 15 minutes, and ending up calling myself. And he on the other side said he's busy with people, and that I should not wait and sleep. I called again at 12:45 to say it was my birthday, love. He apologized and cried saying he's sorry, and he lost himself in the moment and forgot. He knows I like surprises, but I never got any. He knows I care about small things, but he thinks small things can be ignored. He knows I like him posting me, but he never did. And when I did ask him to, he said my life shouldn't revolve around social media. And there are many such incidences that have hurt me, and I can't forget, like I get panic attack, and have called him whenever I was having one, but he never picked up the call. His friends know me as they were my school senior, but he has never introduced us or tried for us to talk and get to know each other. Whereas I have a handful friends, and I've made sure each one of them had talked to him once, and they all like him. So after college, I did break up with him, but never stopped talking. Also, I am a person who can never block people, so I asked him to, and he also didn't, saying why I'm doing this. We had this conversation for weeks because it never ended, because he would fall asleep in the middle of the conversation. During this time, I moved to another city for my job, and downloaded Bumble and met a few guys. I never expected to date anyone, but one day, I don't know what went in my head, and I went on a date with a new guy from Bumble, and at the end of the date we made out. I felt guilty after that and came back, but thought maybe my ex will block me and this relationship will end, so I did tell him. I used rude words, so he did break up. And after all that, I just felt I did know what I did and why. He had already been cheated on, and his only fear was me cheating on him, and I made it true. His words gave me the realization that whatever happened, we loved each other. So after a lot of pleading, he came to my job city. We spent 2 days together. We cried the first night, and I apologized a lot. Then next 2 days, we spent like a happy couple. We laughed, we smiled, and then he left. And after reaching airport, he texted me to never call him again and blocked me. It hurts. It hurts a lot, and more than that, I regret. I regret everything I did. Making out with that boy, whose name also I don't remember, and telling my ex about it in the rudest tone. I don't know what to do. I wanted his breakup, but not like this. I miss him, but a part of me also knows if we come back, things won't change. We've tried for 2 years to be compatible, but ended up hurting each other. If I can get help, it'll be better.
From what you just posted, OP, you're the only one that caused pain here. You were the asshole in the story and you couldn't even see it. Look, while I agree that he doesn't know how to handle a relationship, but the same could be said to you. He falls asleep while talking to you on the phone. Well, what the heck did you expect? He's in the military, you damn donut. He's tired as fuck, but still makes an effort regardless. And instead of giving him peace while talking to you, you start to pick fights over the stupidest reason. And finally, instead of ending the relationship like a normal person because of communication issues, you chose to sprinkle even more drama by cheating on him. Look, your boyfriend wasn't perfect. He has his own set of issues. But you, OP, you are much worse. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to PattSun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.